Welcome everyone. I am back. Today is July the 11th, 2022. Yes, it's been a while, but Elon Musk is warning his rivals, Lucid and Rivian, that if they don't cut costs, that they're going to go bankrupt. Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. This is what I do. I come through and I create price predictions for my subscribers so that we can be prepared for the price move into the market in the stock space, in the stock market. Now, check this out. The information that we see day in and day out is utilized to make you think a certain way. And this article that I've seen right here about Elon Musk warns the rivals Lucid and Rivian, that unless they slash the cost, they're going bankrupt. Now, we're going to talk about that because this article came out on June the 15th. I get it. It's a while ago. But when we look at the chart in relation to when this information came out, you would think that it's supposed to make the price move a certain direction. We're going to dissect this and see if it really had any impact on Lucid's price. Now, before I get started, welcome everyone to my channel. This is HueFin, also known as HueFin News. I come through and I create price predictions. I come through and I show you all what my expectations are outside of the information. I only pay attention to the chart. I only pay attention to what real people, algorithms, whatever the case may be, are buying and selling. We don't have to focus in on the articles to try to determine whether or not the information that we are getting is accurate, because the only way that we can certify that the information that we are reading upon and the videos and the content that we are harnessing, if it is really truthful or not, is by looking at the price chart. That's it. So let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. You guys can see there's a couple of things as well that this article goes into from Fortune regarding Elon Musk giving his rivals some advice and how that may open him up to litigation. I wanted to show you all this right here. Okay. If they cut their operating expenses and cost of goods sold dramatically, then they have a chance. But that hasn't happened yet. Now, if you're a potential investor of Rivian and Lucid, you can kind of say that your competition is trying to persuade people on what they should be thinking. Okay, check this out. A rare warning. Now, while fears are mounting over a coming recession, okay, it is nevertheless highly unusual for a CEO to publicly warn about the risk to his or her competitors for two big reasons. Here's one of them. First are reputational effects. Any criticism could be seen as motivated by the CEO's intrinsic interests and also be panned as bad form. Moreover, executives prefer not to devote precious time during an interview to praise or badmouth its rivals, when instead they could spend it explaining the benefits of their own products and services or company. During the interview, Elon Musk took time out to talk about his rivals, Lucid and Rivian, and about what they needed to do in order to quell a bankruptcy. Now, is he speaking from experience? Yes, he is. But could not that time be utilized to benefit him and his own company, Tesla? Second are the financial risks. Coming from someone as knowledgeable about the electric vehicle industry as Elon Musk, a warning that Rivian and Lucid may fold could scare off both potential investors and the lenders that provide equity and debt capital, especially in the bear market. Was this his whole agenda? Elon Musk is trying to reduce the lending capabilities of the institution that will give money to Rivian and Lucid if they think that they could possibly go bankrupt. Is this what Elon Musk really said in the interview? These two reasons, look at this last sentence right there at the bottom. Thus, by singling out specific competitors as headed for bankruptcy, the Tesla CEO opens himself up to the very real threat of litigation, especially if Lucid and Rivian can produce evidence that a bank, a lending institution, rejected to give them funding to operate their business because of the potential for a bankruptcy. And that was from his competitor, Elon. Now, of course, I get it. Lenders, they're going to ask for verification anyway. They're going to ask for documentation. They're going to look for your books. They're going to look at your accounting records to see if you actually got the funds to pay the money up. I get it. But these are reasons that Elon could be putting himself in more litigation outside of his Twitter debacle. All right, so that's it. Now, this article, like I said, is a couple of weeks old, June 15th. If Elon was trying to make this as a negative aspect of Lucid, then we should see that on a chart. Would you agree? So let's look at the chart then. The article came out on June the 15th. Okay. This is where the price was in Lucid when the article came out, when he did the interview and was talking about if they don't cut costs, Lucid is going to go bankrupt. Right. So let's look at the price action since that time. Has the market gone down in Lucid? No, it's gone up instead. See, this is the thing that I want everyone to understand. Don't follow the news. Because what you may think as a negative, somebody else may think as positive. You only pay attention to what they do with their own money. If a lot of the people felt like what Elon Musk was saying was negative, then guess what? They would have been selling their stake in Lucid, but instead it looked like people have been buying it. Look like the market has gone up instead. That is the current trajectory of my price prediction right now. And another thing is that even after June the 15th, when Elon did the interview and Fortune picked up that article, the market in Lucid is still controlling the overall trend. We're still in an uptrend. So that still confirms to us that the market is still aiming to go up. Now, we are hitting a snag though. And I'm here to tell you that too. Look at this. The market here in Lucid is bumping its head right around this area now. Okay, that's the problem. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. I'm quite sure I mentioned that on my last video on the 24th of June. I'm quite sure I mentioned that. Now, you guys can see how the market in Lucid on numerous occasions could not break above $20. We are now there again, knocking on the door. So the question is, hey, if the buyers leave, they leave. Market falls. Cool. This is where the sellers are positioned at $20. Okay. Sellers are positioned at 20. Buyers are positioned at this ascending line. That's where it's at. Now, I got this other horizontal line right there around 22 because that is where I'm looking for the market in Lucid to run up towards. All right. That's where I'm at. Now, do you think we will continue to see the market in Lucid get rejected at 20? Or will we actually break $20 and then run up to 22? That's the question. Let's look at this on a weekly time frame. Look at that on a weekly. I still think that the market in Lucid is going to go up. So all that information that Elon has given his competitors about if they don't cut costs, maybe Lucid took note of that and said, hey, Elon is right. We might need to cut our costs in order for us to stay relevant, in order for us to not become insolvent and go bankrupt. Maybe they did take his advice. What do you think? Because the stock price in Lucid is still looking kind of bullish. Look at this on the 3 weeks. So yeah, I'm still looking for the price in Lucid to run up. I haven't changed my price prediction. Even when the information comes out in the news, we need to always come back and verify it off the price. Because if the market truly was weak in Lucid, we would not be seeing the market trying to run up. If the people really felt that Lucid could go bankrupt, the market would not be trying to go up in price. I'm just saying, look at the money. I'm done. I'm not going to change my price prediction. I'm going to continue to look forward to the market and Lucid go up. If you all wanted to know what my price targets are, go ahead and listen to my last video because it's still valid. Because I'm still anticipating that the price in Lucid is going to try to move up in price. Okay. And that's it. I'm done. Give me your thoughts. Give me your perception. What do you think? Make sure you maintain a profitability. And as always, trade different.